We've noticed a change in this, haven't we?
What's important, I think, for us to really look at is consumer behavior.
That's how we react as humans. We want it fast, we want it now.
And if you're still using the same marketing tactics, the same messaging, the same approach to that consumer from 10 years ago, you're missing out.
The consumer out there is thinking, there might be a better alternative.
We've found the institutions, we've brought them together in one place. And all of a sudden, you're instantly going in with 6, 7 offers, telling the person who wants to sell their house that I have 6, 7 offers right now. Hey, welcome back again. We are here with the Consumer Real Estate Shift. I am Jason Wells, and I've got my best friend,
Tim Evans. Wellesley, what's going on? What are you doing
up?
today? What's up? Hey, you had graduation day, but it was a different.
did.
Yeah, so tell me about it.
Today was graduation day. You know, you get out there and you're going to cheer them all on, and you have to hear all the no. This was for my preschooler, 5-year-old Declan. He'll be going into kindergarten. Had his convocation from preschool today with all their singing, songs, and arts and crafts, and they did. It was wonderful.
Hey, and you know what? Enjoy it because before you know it, they're going to be asking you for the car keys.
Well, that's my oldest. He's going to be asking this summer for the car keys.
Yeah, that's right. And they're out of the house, and then next thing's next. But hey, we got some good information, good topic today. I think as we were talking earlier, people think that to receive a cash offer is good, but it's just going to be a low ball offer, or it's going to be just low, right?
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about that. What we offer and what we provide is anything but that.
Anything but that. And I would say, if you're everyone out there who's listening, think about what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about cash offers. For the majority of folks, I'm willing to bet that what you think of is lowball. You think cheap, you think under market, you think undervalue, you think desperation, you think even that somebody who's going to undercut you, and some kind of slimy person that doesn't care about your situation is going to take advantage of you. That's what I was thinking. Taking advantage.
I think consumers many times feel that's the circumstance or the situation, and they don't explore it. And I think even real estate agents even feel that sometimes, and they don't explore it.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a fiduciary duty with that agent, right? And if there is a true market value offer,
that you have a duty to go find that.
Yeah.
I remember, Tim, when cash offers started becoming more of a thing here in Phoenix, which was really about 2016, right? That 2014, they kind of started, but 16, 17 really started buzzing around here. And agents were the ones who were just like, that's worthless. Don't listen to it. They're just going to lowball you. They were the ones who were really pounding that. And at first, they weren't wrong. At first, when the cash offer companies came out, they were 20, 30% below market. But competition and their value, the way that they were built, was always to be a race to the bottom. Who could give the most money by charging the least amount of fees and do the highest amount of volume? That was always the play. And so their offers kept going up and up and up. And at one point, they went crazy up. Anymore now, if you haven't looked into cash offers from these institutional companies, you are missing out, because they are market value offers.
They truly are. And they can also help your consumer out in many different circumstances, situations. But I think for the public and for people, who's ever watching, it's now how the funds are deployed, right?
Yes.
And so if you want to explain a little bit, it's different how they take and how they make the money.
Their business model is different. I think everyone's used to seeing like the home investors, or we buy ugly houses, which there is a segment of the market that is really important for.
Like a flip,
needed.
right?
Yes.
They need to turn around and flip it and make a profit.
Correct. And so by and large, people think that if someone's going to offer you cash, they're going to come in under market value because they're going to look to flip the property and they're going to make a spread, right? They want to make a profit on the difference between what they purchased it for and then their rehab costs and what they sell. Well, these institutions that are out now, and these REITs and some of these funds that we work with, in fact, they were created in such a way that they cannot actually own the real estate. So when they buy the home, yes, I get that they're technically owning it, they can't continue on. They can't lease out the property. They can't rehab it and take the upside. These are guaranteed return funds for the investors of the fund. So if I'm investing in this fund, the fund has told me, Jason, give us your money. We're going to give you a guaranteed rate of maybe it's 4%. Okay, we're going to guarantee you a rate of 4% on your money. You leave it with us. It's going to be in here for 10 years, kind of like you might have on a bond or something, but it's going to be in there for a period of time. And now the people running the fund, they have to find a way to deliver that guarantee to me. And so what they've done is what they do is they say, we're going to deploy as much money as we can to purchase a house. So Tim, you enter your property into the cash, asking for a cash offer. It pops in. Let's say that it says it's $500,000 that they come back with. They want to be close to fair market value. Why? Because if they can deploy $500,000 instead of $400,000, they can make an additional service fee is what they usually call it. And it's like 6.5% on an additional $100,000. So they're not looking to shortchange it. They're looking to maximize it.
Yeah, it's not like a lowball offer. 6% is that's pretty fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
completely.
For a cash offer.
When that's the only fee they're looking for is 6%. I mean, for the amount of convenience, the hassle, the sell as is, the certainty that you have for it. So this idea that cash offers to drive home here, that all cash offers are created the same is just no longer the case. There might have been a time that was prevalently the case, but anymore, you find something at highestprice.com, our platform. The offers that are in there are at market value. And what I mean by market value is the spread on that house, the $500,000 house I just said, might be $475 to $530. Well, that offer came in at $500. That's a market value offer.
Right.
So as an agent, if you are not out there seeking these offers and bringing them to your clients, there's this thing called the Stitzer-Burnett case. I don't know if any of y'all out there have heard it. It was what
we're talking about.
NAR in a bunch of hot water.
Yeah, we're talking NAR now. Yeah.
So NAR got sued because the consumer wasn't essentially being treated fairly. They weren't being treated with transparency. This was the claim. Well, if you're not giving them a cash offer, when you know it's sitting there and it's something that they could utilize, how is that really any different?
You're holding information, and that's, I think, with NAR, that's the whole thing. Yes, that they felt that the sellers felt that they were being damaged.
You're right.
That information was being withheld,
and because in that NAR settlement, they said the sellers weren't aware that they were paying the buyers' fees.
That's right.
So they weren't aware that it was going on. The transparency that was there, the fact that it was happening.
The agent said, "Yeah, you got to pay 3 and 3."
Yes,
and they just said, "Okay, is that how it is?"
Right.
And that was just the rule.
So we now, as an industry, we have to be a lot more sensitive to the response, the needs of the consumer. It elevates our fiduciary responsibility to be completely transparent, right, to provide an array of options, to not make a decision for the seller, but instead give them the options and help them pick the one that's for them. And that includes the convenience of cash offers out there with the prevalence that is available for them today. And you may be thinking in your area, well, we don't have Open Door. We don't have this, right? Open Door's in, at this point, I think 52 locations,
cities,
metropolitans, whatever. So you may be thinking it's not here. Well, there's people out there who are offering cash offers. And frankly, our cash offers are available in 48 states.
Yeah. Every state,
available to you.
Every state, every city, every small city, it doesn't matter. Every community, every county, we have availability of the offer, cash offers. And I go back to that example on the 3-3, and that's just, I'm not quoting fees out there, but that's where the example was. And now within the offer, there may not even be a co-broke, or because the company is self-represented, right?
You're right. Think about how that's going to be changing here when the settlement, it's been approved, when it goes into effect, like the 3rd week of August, all of a sudden those buyer fees, I bet you, are going to start disappearing really fast.
And I think we're going to see a very large up. This is my prediction, and if you are listening to this, my prediction is you're going to see the sellers really gravitating to the convenience and certainty of this, because there's going to be a little bit of uncertainty with how things are going to. So what's the other side of it? They're going to look for the certainty.
Yep.
If there's a little uncertainty as the industry tries to figure out how the rules of engagement are and how we should be behaving out there as an industry, then the reverse can be said. The seller will be looking for the certainty. That's why the cash offer, I think with this settlement taking shape and form and the rules coming in is going to be something that they're going to be looking for.
I completely agree with you. I think you make some really good points there, Tim. So I hope everybody, if you need to hit the rewind, 10, 15-second button, re-listen to what Tim just said there, because that is the sort of thing that sellers think about it. If you're yourself are selling and it's uncertain as to, okay, well, am I getting a buyer? How much am I going to have to pay a buyer? What's that going to look like? All the uncertainty of how much traffic I'm going to get, all of this. The idea of being able to just take the cash offer, knowing that it's at market rate. Oh, and by the way, you can counter them. So in the example, it's 500. Well, I can't really go at 500. I need to be at 515, 520. And the max value, like we said, was up to, guess what? They'll do it. One of our buyers has come up $400,000 before.
Yeah, they have. They know that the value is there. And that's like, say, it's the deployment of the funds. It's not the value of the property that they're trying to.
One of our buyers even does an appraisal.
Yeah.
And we'll pay the appraised amount.
Value. Absolutely. And here's the thing I will also say with one of the offers is that, say they do miss the value, all right, and the value is just simply missed. Do our sellers and our platform, they get a chance to gain that equity right back with a true market value offer, right? So say the offer is at 500, the market heats up in a period of 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, and the agent, because they're not holding the property, but the agent that brought the opportunity to the institution within us can list that property and get paid yet again and get the seller market value,
the max value,
550, right? Think of that.
You probably know that that you've had clients. If you're an agent out there, you've had the client who's reluctant to sell, pull the trigger and sell right now because they think the market's going to keep going up and they don't want to sell yet because I could get more if I held off. That is what several of our buyers offer. Sell now for the $500,000. The buyer comes in and does their job to spruce it up and look nice, to put it back on the market. They sell it with your agent, like you said, who gets hired and paid again. And then all the upside, now that house goes from having sold at 500, it sells at 575, and the seller
gets paid twice.
Paid twice.
Right. They get paid in the first. Mm-hmm. And then when it sells for a higher price, that's highest price. That's why we call it highest price. They get paid again. Mm-hmm. But it's not like one offer and done, right? You're the offer done and you're gone.
No.
And then you lose the equity. You lose the upswing in that equity. The seller gets that in the second payout when it closes again. The institution, again, it's about deploying the fund. That's all they care about.
Correct.
And it's not about the profit.
And that's why they don't keep that's why the fund cannot keep the upside, because of how the fund was created with its guaranteed return and the way it operates. It cannot. And so it gives it back to the seller because they received their 6-7%. Now they want to regain their capital by having sold the property and redeploy it. So think about this now for the consumer that feels like things are heating up and they're going to lose out. Well, you're going to go buy something, consumer, and agents, think about this for your consumer. They're going to need to go buy something. And so they can either go buy something now, today, when it's lower, or they have to wait 3, 4, 5 months and buy when it's higher. Which one's better for them? To buy now. In order to do that, they need to cash out. So if they could cash out now with their $500,000, go buy their house, and then in 3, 4 months, they get another $75,000, $100,000. We're talking win-win-win here.
That's makes great sense. How many people, just even me generally, think, I just got to wait till market go up. I got to get like 900 for my home so I can go out and buy a home. But in the same thing, what am I doing?
Exactly.
I'm buying in that home. I'm buying in that.
Your purchase price up.
Yeah, exactly. By waiting. So this allows them to get out and employ while the market's still favorable to get in or to purchase at that time.
Yeah.
So great topic today. I think
it's all because cash offers there's plenty of them out there that are now at market value, right? They're deploying the funds to be at market value.
If somebody's interested to learn more, I should say, how do they reach us? How do they find us? Where do they go? If you want to know.
The best place to go is going to be to go to Cashoffers.pro. That's Cashoffers.pro. You can reach out to us as well. You can email me at jason@highestprice.com or Tim at highestprice.com. So you can also go to, in fact, to highestprice.com and find us there. But the best way to find out information First of all, it's going to be to smash that subscribe button. Make sure that you're listening and you have your notifications on and that you're listening to these podcasts, because that's going to keep you apprised of not only what's happening with cash offers, but so much of what we talked about today is what is the consumer wanting and why do they want it?
This is disruption, but it's in the easiest form. And I like the easy piece of it, right? It's something simple. It's not complicated. It's not misleading. It's transparent. It's all right in front of them. Right. They can, people can look at it, make good, solid choices and decision, compare. They can shop. They can see the terms. They can see what's best suited for them. And it's just not one offer that we offer, right, Jason?
Correct. Typically, you're going to go in there as a consumer utilizing it, and as an agent providing it, you're going to be receiving upwards of sometimes 4 to 9 offers.
That's pretty good. Not to know
minimum, usually 3.
Yeah, not to know a seller, to come in and sit in front of them at their kitchen table and spread out offers. How would your business look? And what do you think for the homeowner? And we really do this for the consumer.
Yes.
Because this is something, when we have podcasts, we do help agents, but what we really focus on is the consumer and what they want. If you find out what they want and can deliver, I think the rest of it becomes quite easy.
Isn't that what Zig Ziglar said?
Yes.
Help enough people get what they want and you'll get everything you want. That's what it's about. Help the consumers get enough of them get what they want and your business can get everything you want.
And making their life easy. And that's what we've created here, is a push of a button business that can take care of everything with the home. Almost pack it up and move it, but not quite yet. We have to figure that out.
We'll figure that.
That would be the piece because I hate moving.
Indeed.
That's why I don't move.
So check us out at Cashoffers.pro. Tim, this was a good one.
It was a great call. Thanks for the podcast, and we will catch you next week. We'll see you next week.
Later, all.